Hello everybody, it is Alan, it is Brony time, and welcome back to Apologists Ace Attorney Trilogy. Now, it has been a hot minute since I have recorded anything, within the Ace Attorney universe. Just taking a little break from recording, I tend to like to record when I actually want to. I feel like it just makes for a better experience for you all, that I'm engaged and in what I am doing, versus just, I gotta pump out so many episodes every day. This is gonna be a fun time. I believe we last left off, we had just explored the, chamber, where Tenmataro was hold together, and it literally is just like carved into the side of a mountain, which I'm surprised by. I believe we were are we going to do this? There we go. Okay, I was getting a little worried there. Yeah, we were just about to talk to... fuck, what is his name? I can't believe you did that! It's one thing to steal a pair of shoes, but to steal Widget? Yipes! Mercy! Mercy! I can't seem to control myself! It's the thieving blood running in my veins! Thieving blood? Holy sh... What's that supposed to mean? Glad you asked. The infamous bandit Azuki Kozo was my grandpappy. Take a gander at this. What exactly am I looking at? Looks like another one of those yokai to me. It's none other than the Azuki Kozo, robbed from the rich to give to the poor, he did. And he leave one of these figures at the scene of the crime. What's more, I'm his grandson, because he was my grandpappy. Wow, you don't say. Thieves' honor, it's the honest truth. Ah, the slush and sound of Azuki beans scrapping together in the dead of night. It's the magical sound of dirty money getting washed clean for giving out to the poor. I'm Azuki Kozo, washer of money, giver outer of wealth, reborn. Forget the money, you should be washing yourself of this nasty habit. Wait a second, this figure looks familiar. Yes, it looks just like that old dusty figure we found in the Forbidden Chamber. Well, that's definitely gonna play a role. Hey! What are you doing with that there figure? Oh, this? We found it in the Forbidden Chamber. Looks like it's been there practically forever. Could be my grandpappy broke into the Forbidden Chamber way back. Hey, that reminds me. He once told me there's treasure in that there chamber. Treasure? What do you know about the treasure in the Forbidden Chamber? Only that it's the greatest get-rich-quick chance in the universe. Grandpappy told me all about it. Said there's an amazing treasure in there. There's something amazing in there? Didn't see anything like that, though. Your grandfather didn't by chance already steal it, did he? Seeing how there was one of his figures in there, that just might be. That's grandpappy for ya. Bet he washed that treasure up real good before handing it out to the poor. Oh, of course, because he was so righteous. In court, you mentioned seeing Tenmataro near the scene of the crime. Sorry I didn't come clean right away, but them superstitions got the better of me. The people of Ninetales Vale sure seem like a superstitious bunch. I'm not surprised you wouldn't want to talk about seeing Tenmataro. Darn right! Them superstitions scare me out of my wits, I tell you. That's why I'm gonna do exactly what they say from now on. So you plan on staying here in Ninetales Vale? Yep, I'm gonna keep living right here and keep with the old ways, just like Grandpappy did. Them superstitions are like a rule book to me. Wait, seriously you actually believe in those old wives' tales? Ain't you been listening to a word I said? You're going to do exactly what the superstitions say. Well, I say that's baloney. Is it this?
Take that!
It's clearly written right here. Ignoring the superstitions will cost you your soul. There is, however, one way to save it. Your immediate departure from the village. Ah! So according to this, you shouldn't even be here, let alone talking with us. You said you planned on staying right here in Ninetales Vale. But if you really believed in the superstitions, you would have been long gone by now. Wah! I know you've been lying to me. Time to come clean, Mr. Filch. Yipes! You were lying about believing in the superstitions, weren't you? Sorry, but I didn't have no choice. So what was the real reason why you couldn't talk about seeing Tenmataro? It's all that pretty boy's fault. Mr. LaBelle, if you know what I mean. He told me not to say a word about seeing Tenmataro. Said if I did, he'd do to me what them superstitions said would happen. So it was Mr. LaBelle who muzzled you. Why would Mr. LaBelle want to scare you into silence? Mr. LaBelle was trying to protect that little maid gal. It was on account of that rumor, the one about her being possessed. That rumor again. Guess we really do have to talk to Mayor Tenma about the possession rumor. Ouch! Hey, watch it! I'll be taking this back now. Kinda like family to me. Could have just asked instead of stealing it. Was that all we wanted to ask Mr. Filch? Yeah, I think that was it. Let's go see Mr. Tenmataro one more time. Just thinking about doing with that yokai again makes me want to say pass. To the detention center we go. Lord Tenma! Lord Tenma, your attorneys are here to see you, your malevolence. Why are you speaking like that? Oh, Mayor Tenma, you've returned. Yes, well, Jixie came by earlier to apply a new charm to my head. Seems to be suppressing the demon within me. That's relief. Maybe we'll actually get somewhere this time. So what can I do for you today? I'd like to ask you about the rumor that Jixie is possessed. Ah! She allegedly left the yokai evidence at the scene while under a demon's power. At least that's what the prosecution is going to claim at tomorrow's trial. Huh? No match is this warding charm for me. The charm! Temataro's back! Those foolish mortals, they shall regret blaming that child for my doings. Ah, I blew it. That question brought that yokai back. You probably won't drop the act until Jinxie's name is cleared either. I'd like to ask you about something your aide Florent LaBelle mentioned. Did you know Jinxie is rumored to be possessed? I know not of what you speak. You're not trying to protect Jinxie, are you? I, Tenmataro, Demon Lord of the Yokai, protect a mere mortal. No affections do I possess for your race of humans. Please, we already proved there was a third party disguised as a yokai at the scene. If you deny that tomorrow, we'll never be able to clear Mayor Tenma's name. But I have already told you I know not of what you speak. I don't think we'll get anything more out of him. It's all over unless we can somehow prove that Jinxie didn't plant that yokai evidence. Hey, Apollo, I think I've got this one. I think I can prove that she didn't do it. Really? Sure. I should be able to use psychology to explain the whole possession thing. Knock yourself out, then. Wow, Athena's really something. I can really count on her when it counts. Mayor Tenma, Jinxie isn't possessed. I believe her so-called possession episodes are a form of somnambulism. Somnambulism? You mean sleepwalking? Yes. I believe she is exhibiting a rare form of the disorder. It's usually brought on by repressed stress. Mr. Mayor, didn't her symptoms start soon after she began her job in Ninetales Vale? When the child visited last, she did speak of dreading yokai and how they rob her of sleep each night. I knew it! The lack of sleep is causing her to enter an unconscious state. And that means she can't be trying to protect you. At least not on a conscious level. So then the Tenmataro that was spotted at the manor was Jinxie. Sleepwalking? That would indeed explain the matter. Look, Tenmataro's spirit. Okay, he's changed back. Okay. It's left the mayor's body. Can you tell us the truth now, Mayor Tenma? Very well. It's the least I could do for a superb exorcist such as you. Mayor Tenma, you didn't leave those feathers and tracks at the scene, did you? I did not. And I nor Jinxie have anything to do with that. That was a killer's doing, no doubt. I knew it! You suspect Florence is behind all this. But why? Did he really want Ninetales Vale that badly? Can you think of any reason why? Looking back, he did seem fixated on Tenmataro for a spell. Ah! Could it be? Perhaps he was trying to release Tenmataro. Sorry, guys. I took a drink of my drink and I freaking went down the wrong way. That's crazy. Are you saying that yokai is real? Whatever the case, Tenmataro brings nothing but pain and misfortune. It's as the superstitions warn. Must not gaze upon him, nor free him from his prison. But how could people actually believe that? Well, at least we know who's behind this whole Tenmataro thing now. Yeah, and I think we need to have another nice long chat with Mr. LaBelle. Your dinner is ready, Your Benevolence. Ah, an offering to the Demon King. You may place it right there. The kitchen crew poured their heart and soul into making it. Did they now? Souls happen to be a favorite of mine. Just hold the hearts next time. Yes, Your Benevolence. I'll remember that. How long is he planning to keep up this yokai charade? Well, we've already talked to Mr. Filch and Mayor Tenma, so we'll go see Floyd LaBelle next, now that we know the truth. We won't be able to claim that the Tenmataro was Jinxie or the mayor anymore. But the real question is, how are we going to get him to admit it was him? Okay, now let's practice that again, Filchy. From the top. Mr. LaBelle was in the foyer at the time of the crime. And when we, heard a scream, heck. What was the next part again? Ah! You have the memory capacity of a flea. This is the 13th time, you know. Now 100 times more and we're done. What on earth are they practicing? They're faking their testimony. God. I ain't cut out for this. Whoopsie daisy. Uh-oh. Oh, begging your pardon, Mr. LaBelle, sir. It's just all this practice, yay? Unbelievable. What if you had sullied my outfit with those grubby paws of yours? Did Filch LaBelle's wallet just now? So, what do you think they're up to this time, Apollo? Oh, it's you two. Eavesdropping on me? You're... Oh, God, that was weird. You peasants are so tacky. Well, what do you want with me? Your confession as being the Tembatara imposter would be nice right about now. Mr. Filch filled me in on a conversation you two had, and about how you told him not to say a word about seeing Tembatara. Filchy, you fool! I told you nothing good would come of running your mouth! So why did you want to keep Mr. Filch quiet like that, Mr. LaBelle? Oh! Why, to protect darling little Jinxie, of course. But Jinxie was never really possessed. She was sleepwalking. Being asleep at the time, she couldn't have been consciously trying to protect the mayor. That also means she couldn't have possibly been Tembatara. Interesting, but where are you going with this? Since you asked so politely, I believe you have a different reason for trying to keep Mr. Filch quiet. That reason would be to deflect doubt away from the one who was really Tembatara. Oh! Now this is getting interesting. Are you insinuating that I'm Tembatara? So sorry to disappoint, but I'm nothing of the sort. That's right, Mr. Bell even told me Tembatara was a Jinx, and I said Tembatara was Jinxie, you fool! Honestly, you have the memory capacity of a flea. Practice 100 more times. Hey, so, have you been called to testify tomorrow? Yes, and I'm so looking forward to my courtroom debut. But you'll just have to wait until then. I'll be waiting. A special piece of evidence I've been saving just for you. Filchy, wake up, you lazy bones! Huh? What? Was I sleeping? Must have been that sweet cologne of yours, Mr. LaBelle. Made me right sleepy, it did. Well, it's time for your lesson on what to do and say tomorrow. Oh, I'm begging you, not another lesson. Cut out from this thinking and remembering stuff.